I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the New York Giants and the Detroit Lions. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners are 4 of their last 6 games.
And last week's win was indicative of how good this team can be. It was a complete performance.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they come in off the very rare tie a game ago.
And it'll be interesting to see what their mindset is going into this game. Sometimes that can be a deflator, and sometimes that can just really make you mad and more determined the next time out.
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the comeback player of the year in 2018, a Pro Bowl quarterback as well a season ago, Andrew Luck.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Landry the intended target, and now it's second down. And we look now at the Lions offense.
And the schedule makers have given them a little break right here. Back-to-back home games, and they won last week. So they're trying to make it 2 in a row before they hit the road next week. They have to take advantage of this break in the schedule.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Luck. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Play action. It's locked. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert.
Check down.
Well, look now at our starting defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
And I've loved watching this unit on tape because throughout this season, I've seen them do all the right things. They're about as talented a group as I've seen, and they know how to stop the run.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
You better be afraid of me. You better.
A shotgun snap for Luck. That's caught by Howard. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So here are the Giants under second-year coach Pat Shurmur. They'll be led out by the veteran signal caller. It's 12th season now out of Delaware for Joe Flacco.
Come on, double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down. Check. 4 down, 4 down.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The stop was made by Jannard Avery. And on this offensive unit, your thoughts on Travis Frederick?
He's a quarterback's best friend. Sets all the line calls and blocks so aggressively.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Johnson on the counter. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a first down following a gain of 3. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. A look now at the starters on the defensive side for the Lions. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course. A pretty nice effort.
From the 39, Flacco. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Linval Joseph able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down. The numbers for Jones last week: 6 catches, 67 yards.
When you turn in good, consistent performances each and every week, you will rank in the top 10 in the league in receiving yards, and he's number 7 currently, hoping to move up as time goes on.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Flacco. And the catch made by Johnson. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Throwing again on 2nd down. Flacco. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again? And oh, he coughed it up!
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Look out! 90! Tight end right!
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Right there.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Luck looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
Pass intended for O.J. Howard. Incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And now he'll tuck it and run. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, here's Luck. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That's on the former Army Ranger, Alejandro Villanueva. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. This is Mostert. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
Mostert. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming out. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Luck, and that is incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for J.D. McKissick.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. He really can't see it in his leg, maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard, that's about it. But as long as he's booting him the way he's booting him, keep going, big guy.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the...
Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get him down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a man open down the middle of the field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Mostert. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 3-3, a tight one after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Now on 2nd and 13, Luck. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now he'll let it go deep over the... And got his man complete. That's a 1st down and then some. A 32-yard pickup. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Mostert. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Here's McKissick. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know. Defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions. Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well. They'll run it with Johnson, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A gain of 5. And the Giants 1st down.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
DeMarcus Lawrence on the stop.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
2 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 8. At the 43-yard line.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Flacco from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Luck. And he's got the hook up to Landry. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A carry now for McKissick. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 26-yard line.
He gets away from 1 and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
15-yard line.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll run with McKissick. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the 1st down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now Joe Flacco and the offense heading back out onto the field. They've been faced with a tough test today here. Crowd's been really good. They're struggling. He's struggling. We'll see if they can pick things up.
And the crowd has had an impact, and they feel good about that because he's not playing very well. Not getting the ball to the right places, not doing things he normally does. He's got to find a way to turn it around against this hostile group.
Yeah, because on the road, don't you look to your quarterback a lot?
You have to, because you certainly can't look to the crowd to help you. They're there to be against you, so your quarterback has to lead you. And the best way he can do it is to play well.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd down, Washington. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time, we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
False start, offense.
That's Ryan Ramczyk, the former first-round pick. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Underneath for Johnson. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 7-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Luck. And this will be incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Third down and 3 yards.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get the first out here as he's up to the 14. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Luck on first down. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Luck to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Luck now to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. To throw is Luck. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. New York set to take the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
First down, New York.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road in just David Johnson on his way. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, Giants. David Johnson, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's David Johnson who provides the capper as he scores on the touchdown run. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. And a lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Flacco. Throw complete to Herndon. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 16 yards, a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They're going to run this with a tight end. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime.
They get to the football. It's blocked. This is going the other way. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Oftentimes when you give up a touchdown, it's really a deflation for your entire unit. And the special teams crew, when they run out there, they still feel it. And maybe they don't go after it so much. Instead, they gave great effort there. Blocked the extra point and really gave them a lift after giving up the score.
Yeah, gave up the touchdown, lost the lead, but a nice job to get in there and block it.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full street.
On first down, it's Love. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Going to give this time to the tailback. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
He's checking cracks.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync. Whether the pressure comes and the Giants block it. And they are going to take possession of the football. So much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you. And however form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. A first down carry here for Johnson. A spin. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Out of bounds at the 5-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They go to Johnson again. And he is in. Touchdown, New York.
Touchdown.
David Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
They're going to give it to Sproles. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. This one out quickly to Watkins. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They will run it. It's McKissick. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Luck. He finds Howard complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Luck. He's got Adams on the hookup. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 44-yard line. Luck now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Luck. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Off of play action, Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. That'll net 7 yards on the ground, but it'll leave him with a healthy distance still to go on 3rd down.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
3rd down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dante Hightower able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Joe Flacco and company heading back out onto the field. He's been a good game manager. They're winning here in the 3rd quarter, but really the ground game is where it's been at for them, hasn't it?
So whatever the game plan was, you just got to focus on continuing to run the football. And really that takes the pressure off of the guy throwing it around. Doesn't have to be the focal point. Hand it off, let him chew up the yardage in big plays, and your team's winning. The only people upset, the fantasy guys who may have started him at quarterback in their leagues.
And we'll see if they continue with the recipe of the ground game. 3rd down, Flacco from the gun. Johnson's got it complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. Flacco now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Sproles. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On second down, Johnson. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. It's caught. Jones. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Flacco now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Sproles. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Flacco complete. It's Johnson. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Giants on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
Let's go!
A gain of 18 on the play.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Flacco's throw there complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
False start, offense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
The one who brought him down. 5 yards on the play.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
So they settled for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw again on 2nd down. Luck. And that's complete to Adams. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Luck. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. 12 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the Giants' 22-yard line.
From the 22, Luck is going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal.
We got three.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be fourth and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now Luck. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his first touchdown on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Now Flacco.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New York. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Lions will take over. Andrew Luck now, he gears up to lead this offense again. In need of both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion here, down 8.
And it's time to just separate those two in his mind. Okay, the 2-point conversion will have to come later. I remember playing for a coach and hearing him tell our quarterback, son, there is no such thing as an 8-point play. So let's not even worry about that. Get it into the end zone. We've got the 2-point play cooked up. But let's get to that when the time is right.
They'll be trying to focus on the 6. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And out across midfield, down to the 45.
Here we go.
An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. From the gun, here's Luck. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a handoff here to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. They'll look to throw.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. J.D. McKissick, his first touchdown on the year, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter.
The touchdown is huge, but the focus now is on the 2-point play. I don't want to say they have a cushion here, but if they don't get it, they still have a chance for onside kick.
They would need some big-time help, but you're right. There would be a shot, but the focus right now on that 2-point conversion. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they take a knee. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation.
You got 3, you got 3 down.
To a knee goes Flacco, and that should be it. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. into the final play of this game. They knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Giants, that's now 5 wins on the campaign as they get the job done here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.